Why? No. No.
Lastly, let's go over intentional fouling. If it's a late game situation and you want assistance, you can go to coach settings and set your late game fouling to auto. This will force the computer to do all the late game fouling for you. But if you want to do it all yourself, then put that setting on manual.
I'm playing a My Career game.
What others? Who are all these freaks? They're the forgotten toys.
The giant fist of Joe Louis announcing Detroit, and nothing tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Kevin, thank you. Kevin Durant is a champion, but he said...
Clearly. David, thank you. So the next starting five. And the big three out on the perimeter. Irving the one, Harden at the two, and Durant the three. Aldridge out there with Paul Millsap. And for Detroit, and Stephen. Idea of who the contenders are at this point?
Yes, Kevin, the major forces you know for sure. There are always some teams you just can't tell if they're legit or not.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pistons. Stewart's checked in for Kelly Olynyk. Lyle comes in for Grant. Jackson, he's checked in for Sadiq Bey. And Diallo subbed in for Cunningham. Just 5 to shoot. There's Diallo. Jackson trying to break free. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Watching Hayes, he keeps his eyes up, always looking for a better shot, either for himself or his teammates.
Here's MP. Lets it go from 11. Offensive rebound. Mills dishes to MP. Clock at 6. Tries yet again. Rebound by the Pistons.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. Harris is checked in for Brooklyn. Last game for Brooklyn, they picked up the W against the Hawks in Atlanta.
Well, on the road, you don't expect to look so comfortable on the offensive end, but that was the story of the game.
Yeah, they look right at home, except they weren't. Great job of blocking out the noise.
Miles passes to Hayes. Over MP. It's hauled in by Claxton.
I mean, all period, it's been a struggle for him scoring the ball.
The drive by MP. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
I love the attacking mentality of MP. When he drives with purpose, it really puts the pressure on the D. Well, probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. Cunningham, he's checked in for Detroit. Brown, he's checked in for the Nets. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
MP with it. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. Drives to the hoop. Oh!
And how about MP just showing off right there? Give this guy a launching pad, and man, the sky's the limit.
Here's Cunningham. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. Pistons lead by 2. Live from Little Caesars Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. And one of the game's elite closers, Kyrie Irving, describes his approach down the stretch.
For me, I just try to feel out the game.
And Greg, that's reminiscent of quotes we used to hear from Kobe Bryant, how certain moves and possessions set up defenders for the next time.
Well, Kyrie definitely has that Mamba mentality. Kobe was a big influence on him, as we all know.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from Detroit?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
And you know this, most of the time, offensive rebounds generate high percentage looks.
Amadou Diallo is out there with Cunningham. Then it's Josh Jackson. Then it's Trey Lyons. And it's Stewart in at the center, filling out the middle. They're the group Detroit will start the second with. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thank you for the baton, Kevin. Kyrie Irving, of course, marches to the beat of his own drum. At times, that might rub people the wrong way. But Kyrie says, I've learned lessons from it. That's the most beautiful and exciting part, just the growth. What I'm saying is, it's always been bigger than the game for me. And guys, you have to respect his willingness to go it alone.
You do indeed, D.A. Thank you for that. So it's the Detroit Pistons cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different. For Detroit, Stewart checked in for Olynyk. Lyle comes in for Grant, and it's Jackson in for Hayes. He's made 2 of his last 5 attempts so far at the line. And for Josh Jackson, Steve, might not have gone quite as he had imagined, but he persevered.
He did. He deserves a ton of credit for the way he went about his business. He spent time in the G League and never once complained about his situation. He worked his tail off, refined his game, and cemented his place in this league.
Right, Jackson, he's checked in for the Pistons. There's 53 seconds left in the third quarter. Setting the floor for the Nets. They've got MP. Harris is out there with Brown. Then there's Griffin, and it's Mills in at the 2-guard position.
Oh no!
And here comes Harris leading the fast break. MP against Stewart, and the basket by MP. MP's got 7 points in the game.
A nice aggressive move to the basket there. They love to basketball.
Here's Jackson. It's hauled in by Harris.
And the truth is, this league would have been much bigger had he shot better.
So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. And now another look at that mobile one-block defensive performance.
And this is how you protect and grow a lead, by making a huge effort on that end of the floor.
MP outside. Into the lane. The second effort. Second shot opportunity. And no luck with that.
Oh no! My window is broken! You said me it's broken. Oh no, my pee-pee, it's broken. Yes, it is. I can give you a big one. It's gated. What? No.
Get on your feet.
No, he's selling.
Greet your Charlotte.
It's breaking. My people. Oh!
Best, because it's going to take the fan.
Oh no! I